So friends, wondering what to cook in the monsoons? Today I brought for you 4 recipes: Goan Verdur, then there's some lovely sprouted moong and potato usal, some lovely mushroom potato chops, and some lovely coconut chutney sandwiches. So let's see this beautiful Goan Verdur where you don't need to grind any masala paste. It's just a shortcut and easy recipe. Now first I washed my bottle gourd or dudi really well, cut it up into half. Now I'm going to be using half for this recipe and I'll be using half for the other recipe which I'll be posting very soon, so keep tuned to Akshata's recipes. Now after peeling it, I've just taken off the top and I'm just going to cut it up like this into medium sized cubes. We don't want very small cubes, we don't want large cubes, so medium sized cubes. So see that your dudi is fresh. Always taste a little bit of the dudi and see that it is not bitter. If it is bitter, please discard it. Your dudi should be nice and sweet and fresh and not bitter at all. So this is half a cup of dudi. Now I've taken 1 small tomato which I've chopped, 2 green chilies which I've slit, 1 medium sized onion which I've cut, and 1 cup of thick coconut milk. Now I am using the ready-made coconut milk powder which I've just mixed up with some warm water, but if you want to use the organic, actually make the coconut milk, you're free to do that. Now in a bowl I'm going to take 1 teaspoon of Goan Garam Masala. I have posted a recipe, it's super simple. I will leave a link in the description box as well as the comment section, so check it out. Now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of pepper powder. Next I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder and 1/4 teaspoon of haldi or turmeric powder. That's all the powder masalas that you need. Now I'm going to mix all the powder masalas really well and I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic paste. I've just taken 4 large cloves of garlic and mashed them up in my mortar and pestle, and I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of water. Add a little at a time and mix all these ingredients and this will become our masala paste. So there's no need of grinding all the spices and going through all of that. You can just mix everything nicely well together. Now the garam masala has got everything: cinnamon, cloves, so you can see the recipe, and your masala paste is ready. So now we can start making our verdur. So I've taken a pan, heated it on a low to medium flame, and I'm going to add only 1 teaspoon of oil. This recipe does not require extra oil. Now once the oil is hot, I'm going to add the slit green chilies and I'm going to fry the chilies really well so that they flavor the oil. Always fry your chilies well, then they get a little bit of a white coating on the peel of the chili. That way it flavors the oil also very well. So once the chilies are fried, I'm going to add the onion. I've just taken 1 medium-sized onion, washed it, peeled it, and just chopped it. And I'm going to saute this onion for at least half a minute till it becomes a little bit translucent. So it's very important to, bagar all the veggies well. And now I'm going to add the small tomato that I've chopped and I'm going to fry the tomato also really well for about half a minute at least. Now I'm going to add this masala paste that we made with all the powder masalas. Now I always have all these powder masalas, ready at hand. I'll leave a link to a video of my spice rack and even my kitchen tour video. So for those of you who have missed it, you can watch those all in the description box and the comment section down below. Now I'm just going to add about 1/4 cup of water to this masala paste. And now we're just going to mix everything well and we're going to wait for the tomatoes to cook a bit, to become a little soft. That takes about half a minute. So let the tomatoes cook for about half a minute till they're a little bit soft. Now we're going to add the dudi or the gourd, the bottle gourd, and we're going to coat all the pieces well with this bagar. Next, I'm just going to cover and cook this for about 7 minutes, but stirring in between to ensure that the dudi is cooked. So to ensure that after about 7 minutes, just press one of the pieces down with your spoon or a knife and it should break very easily into 2 pieces. This is very important that the dudi gets cooked before we add the coconut milk. So mix everything nicely together. And once your dudi or your bottle gourd is cooked, now you're going to add the coconut milk. Just add a little more water, about 1/4 cup of water. Mix everything nicely together. And you see how the color of this verdur has become nice and light. Now we're going to add some salt to taste and a little pinch of sugar. Stir everything well, give it a taste, see if you need to add a little more salt. And then we're going to cover and cook this for another 5 minutes. And you can see that now the dudhi has become translucent. You can actually, it's like the pieces are translucent. That means your dudhi is ready, your verdur is ready. And this goes best with some nice rice and some fried fish and pickle, or even some prawn chili fry at the side. So just serve this up nice and hot. And it's really, really delicious. And this is very nice for the summer. It's very light on the palate and the tummy. So do try out this recipe and do let me know in the comment section how you like this recipe. Go and check out all my other Goan recipes. All the recipes with their links will be in the description box as well as the comment section. You just click on the link and you can go to my recipe directly. So thank you so much for being here on Akshata's Recipes. I'll catch you soon in my next video. Bye. So let's see today's lovely moong and potato usal. Now you can make this with sprouted moong or with plain, just soaked moong. So watch the video till the end. I'll show you how to sprout the moong. So once the moong is sprouted, just put it into a pressure pan in a vessel like this. Don't add water to the vessel, only to the pan, and cook it for 2 whistles on high and then switch the cooker off. Once the cooker has cooled down to room temperature, your moong will look like this. So don't add any water into the moong. Now this is a paste which I have prepared, and this is 1 boiled and cubed and peeled and cubed potato. So now for that paste, I took about 6 green chilies. I'm using the light green chilies which are less spicy, 1 inch of ginger. This is about half a cup of grated fresh coconut and 1 cup of coriander and some salt to taste. So I just added all of that to the mixer and made it into a nice paste like this. So it shouldn't be very smooth or very coarse, just of this consistency so that everything is mixed well together. So now in my pan, I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of oil. Once the oil is nice and heated, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of mustard seeds, that is mohori or rye. Once the mustard seeds begin to splutter, I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of haldi powder or turmeric powder, followed by half a teaspoon of asafoetida or hing. Now we're going to add the ground paste to this bagar or to this vodee, and we're going to fry the paste for a whole minute till the paste starts oozing out a little bit of oil. So just fry it on a low to medium flame, stirring it. Now this usal is really delicious, and you can have this with puri or with rice, chapatis, even with pav. It tastes amazing. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder and half a teaspoon of cumin powder, jeera powder. So these are all homemade powders. If you want to see how I do that, make the powders at home, I'll leave a link to my recipe of how to make ground powders at home itself, so that there are no preservatives or anything in it. Now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of Goan Masala. Again, this is a homemade masala. I'll leave the link to that. And I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of Garam Masala. So even this recipe you'll find in the description box as well as the comment section. So now once all the masalas are really fried nicely, we're going to add the moong that we cooked. Remember, we didn't add any water to the moong. We just added the water to the pressure cooker and cooked the moong for exactly 2 whistles. So like I said, you can either sprout the moong or you can just soak the moong for about 2 to 3 hours and then use it. Now, if you want to see how I sprouted the moong, please watch the video till the end. It's a very simple process. So now I'm going to add 1 cup of hot water and mix everything really well together. Now if you want to have more of a dry dish, then only add this 1/2 cup of water. But if you want a little more gravy, then you can add another 1/2 cup of hot water. So I'm keeping it semi dry, in the sense not too much of a gravy. Now you can also taste it and just see if you need to add a little more salt, because we added salt only to the ground paste. So you can add salt if you like. Now mix everything really well together. So now I'm going to add just about 1 teaspoon of jaggery or gur. Now if you don't use jaggery in your cooking, you can also add sugar. Just a little bit, maybe just a pinch of sugar. And now we're going to add this boiled, peeled and cubed potatoes. So what I do is I take the potatoes, wash them well and put them in my pressure pan for 1 whistle on high with some water in it, and then I simmer it for about 5 minutes, put the pressure pan off, and once it cools down, I remove the potatoes, let them cool down a little and then peel them and cube them. And now we're just going to cover and cook this on a low flame for 3 minutes. And you can see that our usal is all ready. You can also squeeze some lime juice on top of this, and it goes very well with pav, bread slices, puri or rice. So do try out this recipe, guys, and let me know how you like it. And for those of you who want to know how I sprout the moong, you can watch the remaining part of this video. So what I do is I take about 1 wati of moong. I wash it very well under water and then I soak it in about 3 cups of water overnight or for 8 hours. Then I remove all the water and keep it aside again for another 8 hours, and then you'll see that it sprouts. So if you want more sprouts, you want to sprout more, just keep it for another half a So let's see today's lovely mushroom potato chops. Now first I'm going to make the filling. So here I'm just going to heat a pan on a low to medium flame. Add about half a tablespoon of oil. Now you can use olive oil or you can use regular cooking oil. Let the oil heat up well. Then I'm going to add 4 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. We're going to fry the garlic really well till the rawness of the garlic goes away. And the garlic also flavors the oil really well. Then I'm going to add half an inch of grated ginger. All I've done is taken a cheese grater and just grated the ginger. Next goes in 1 medium-sized onion that I've chopped fine. Now we're going to saute all of this really well till the onion becomes nice and translucent. Now I have used about 7 button mushrooms, washed them really well, and I've chopped them up, taking off the stems, chop them up fine, and we're going to fry these mushrooms really well. So we're going to cook these mushrooms till all the moisture, as you can see there's some liquid or moisture that is that the mushroom gives out as you cook it. So we're going to let all of that dry up and really fry the mushrooms or cook the mushrooms really well before we season it or flavor it. So now you can see the mushrooms have nicely cooked. Now we're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of pepper powder. So this is homemade pepper powder. I've just taken the peppercorns, just roasted them and ground them to a fine powder. Then we're going to add some salt to taste. And again fry everything or mix everything really well. Now I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of coriander powder or dhania powder. I've done the same thing. I've taken the dhania, roasted it or the coriander seeds, and then ground them to a fine powder. So I do this, make the coriander powder, cumin powder, pepper powder, and keep it so I can just use it when I need it. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of jeera powder or cumin powder. Mix everything really well. And now I'm going to add half a teaspoon of red chili powder for a little bit of a spice. And just a pinch of garam masala. Now this is again homemade garam masala, so I'll leave a link of how I prepared my garam masala at home. Now mix everything really well. So if you want to find any of my recipes, for example garam masala, all you'll do is just type garam masala akshata's recipes in the YouTube search button and my recipe will pop up. So that's the easiest way to find my recipes. So now our mixture is ready, so we're just going to keep it aside to cool. Now we're going to work on the potatoes. So I've taken about, I'm going to be using just 4 potatoes, but I'm going to cook them for about 1 whistle on a high flame in my pressure pan and then simmer them for 10 minutes. Let them cool down completely after they're cooked. And then I'm going to just peel the potatoes and mash them up. So you see I have more than 4 potatoes in the pressure pan. That's because I always like to keep 2 boiled potatoes at hand in my refrigerator. Anyway, so now I've mashed up the potatoes really well. We have our filling ready, and I just have some breadcrumbs at hand. So I'm just going to make a ball of the filling and then just flatten it out completely. And then I'm going to make it into like a basket shape. Just put in about a teaspoon of the filling. Don't overfill it and don't underfill it. And then just seal it up. Collect all the sides of the mashed potato like this. Seal it up. And now all you have to do is just coat it with some breadcrumbs. Now you don't need any egg dip for this or anything. It just, immediately coats the potato chop without any other like egg, medium or anything required. So just dip them in the breadcrumbs. Now an easy way to make breadcrumbs if you require them really urgently is just take some bread slices and just put them in your mixer and make the breadcrumbs. So now our potato chops are ready. You just have to do is all we have to do is just shallow fry them. So I'm going to heat a pan on a low to medium heat. I'm going to add half a tablespoon of oil. So you can make these potato chops and keep them in your refrigerator, and whenever you want, you can just shallow fry them. Keep them for at least about 2 or 3 days, not longer than that. And now I'm just going to shallow fry them on both sides till they're nice and golden brown in color. Now I also have a recipe for chicken mince potato chops. I'll leave a link for that in my description box below. So fry them well on both sides till they're nice and golden brown in color. And just enjoy this with some ketchup. And this is an ideal snack, or even as a side dish with some dal, rice, or with anything. It just goes amazingly well. So I hope you like today's recipe. I hope you give it a try. Do leave your comments in the comment section below. Go and check out my other recipes. Share my recipes with family and friends. And I'll catch you soon in my next video. Thank you for watching. See you. Bye. So let's see today's lovely coconut chutney and coconut chutney sandwiches. So here I've taken half a cup of freshly grated coconut. Try to use fresh coconut rather than using coconut which is in the refrigerator. 1/4 cup of fresh coriander. 2 light green chilies that I've just chopped fine. 2 cloves of garlic that I've chopped fine. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. 1 inch of ginger which I've just grated, about 1/4 teaspoon of sugar and some salt to taste. So these are the very few ingredients that you require, and a little bit of water, about 2 to 3 tablespoons to grind while grinding this chutney. So I'm just going to add all of these ingredients to my mixer. Now this chutney can be also used, for idlis, dosas, upma. And today I'm going to show you how to make chutney sandwiches using this lovely, fresh and delicious chutney. So I'm just going to add all the ingredients, squeeze the lime. And then I'm just going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, and I'm going to grind this to this paste, and our chutney is ready. So I'm just going to transfer this to a nice airtight glass container. And I store it in the refrigerator in the chiller section for about 2 to 3 days. Do not store this fresh coconut chutney for more than 2 to 3 days, because then coconut is perishable, doesn't have a very long shelf life. So try to use the chutney within about 2 to 3 days. Now I'm going to just take 4 slices of sandwich bread. Try to use the thick sandwich bread, which is wider also, and just cut off the edges. If you like the edges, you can keep the edges, but I like to make them without the edges. And I use the edges to make some breadcrumbs so it doesn't go to waste also. So just take off the edges of the sides, and now I'm just going to apply a little bit of butter to all the 4 slices. Just a little, not too much. This helps us to, it elevates the taste of the sandwich, as well as it helps us to, nicely spread out the chutney too. So I'm just going to evenly spread out this green fresh coconut chutney. Put a nice generous helping of it onto one of the buttered slices. Just spread it out with a knife like this so it gets spread to all the corners of the bread. And then just place another buttered slice on top of it. And now we're just going to cut it up into half. And then if you like these mini sandwiches, which we at our place like really a lot, I'm going to cut it up again. So we're going to get 4 sandwiches out of 2 slices. And they look really pretty when they are, in this, mini like this. So with the butter and the chutney, it tastes simply delicious. So do give this recipe a try, guys.
As well as today's video, and if you would like to see more videos like this, then don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up. Also by clicking the thumbs up icon. Also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and become a part of Akshata's Recipes. Once you have subscribed, there is a small little bell icon that will pop up, so just click on that. That way whenever I put up a new recipe or a new video, you get a message for the same. So on that note, I'll say bye and I'll catch you in my next video sooner than you think. This is Akshata saying bye, take care, stay healthy, stay fit, be kind and loving to one another. So till we meet again, bye.